All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob Murray.
Austin with Red Rock Roofing.
Hey, we're back at it, man. It's been a little bit of time since we've done one of these.
Oh yeah.
You know what? We start off the beginning of the year, and like we were doing these Friday VIP calls, like pretty much like every Friday. I would say from like, dude, I think we're going like January to like May.
Yeah.
And then summer rolls around. You kind of get busy and stuff. Like I know, roofing picks up during during that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Like mortgage obviously has been like kind of crazy with just rate fluctuations and rates have been coming down. So like I got busier and stuff, but yeah, man, we're back at it, dude.
Dude, yeah, it was crazy. We started this off and we actually started getting DMs for people actually wanting to join this VIP call, what we call it. So we're going to start this back up again. We're super pumped. We're going to try to do it a little bit more in person. So if you want to go on about that, it'll be absolutely insane.
Yeah. I think, being in person, dude, I was actually listening to a Gary V video the other day, and he was talking about like how Gen Alpha, like this trend that they're starting to see with Gen Alpha is this unplugging from technology.
Okay.
Like where people want to like be out at concerts and at conferences and interacting with people and stuff. And I was talking with some friends the other day about how I really think that going forward, it's going to be a combo of both, right? It's going to be technology where you're connecting with your audience on a very regular basis. People like get to know who you are through your content that you're producing.
Yeah.
But then also there's like this face-to-face component that is like coming back big time where people actually want to interact with people face-to-face. So I think that if we can have the versatility of like having face-to-face, podcasts, like setup type things, but then also like if everybody's kind of like scattered, everybody's busy and stuff, utilizing, StreamYard like we have in the past and stuff. So yeah, I think it's a good mix to have both,
Which will be awesome because at Red Rock, we just actually moved into a brand new office up into Firestone. So we actually are setting up a podcast area. So it may be here with Rob in his office, or it could be, at Red Rock's office. So we're going to be everywhere. So it's going to be super awesome. We're super excited to get this started.
I think I love what you guys are doing. I'm so sorry I couldn't make your grand opening for that. It looked like a great time.
Dude, it was awesome. We had, I think, 30 to 40 people show up. A bunch of kids had a blast. We had an ice cream truck, a photo booth. It was just a fun time, and it was great to see a bunch of my referral partners there.
That's
Noah
awesome.
Taxman, Gerard, all those guys out there. You were missed, Rob.
I'm so sorry I couldn't make it, man. Any pizza or beakers?
No, dude, there was no sake. Me and my sake lately.
Yeah.
There was beer. There was some really nice foods there. An ice cream truck. It was just super cool to be part of the community. We actually had the Firestone mayor come out as well, kind of cut the banner. So it was super awesome.
I'm a huge fan of everything you guys do, man. Like you guys do a ton for the community, and it just seems like you got a great group of people that work for your company and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
And what's super cool about Red Rock is that it's locally owned. Steve started it, and it's more of a family. And how I explain it is like we're not sales guys. Like we really are not sales guys. We're literally giving back to the community. Everything is a referral base. It's not us knocking on your door trying to file a claim with you. It's you calling us, you looking at our reviews. We just hit over 500 Google reviews.
That's massive,
so I think
dude.
That's super massive. A lot of homeowners are like, holy cow, we offer the best warranties. So it's really not about sales and roofing anymore.
Yeah. I really think the relationship component is vital for any business that you guys are trying to grow. Like not just you guys, but just anybody out there that's trying to like establish a presence and stuff. Just being genuinely interested in the people that you're working with and not having like and this is like a good segue for a conversation you and I were having before we jumped on here, not having like this like agenda where it's like, okay, cool. How much money can I make off of you?
Yes.
Like where is my heart? Where is like my genuine interest in this individual that I'm sitting across the table from?
Correct.
With how I can help them get from where they are right now to like where
they want to be,
where they want to be and stuff. And so we were talking about, just briefly before we jumped on here about how, the difference between when you feel like you need to make a sale or when somebody is like desperate versus somebody that is like, dude, I'm coming from a place of like, I know that this is going to help you. I know that this meets the needs that you've just told me that you have. And if I can map that out and show you what that looks like, I truly think that you're going to be in a much better spot, versus somebody that comes in and they're just like, they just see the dollar signs and they automatically just think back to themselves like, dude, I'm going to make bank on this.
Yep.
Because all of a sudden like things change when that happens, right?
Oh yeah, personality change. And you were telling me I would rather work with someone that actually wants to engage in my lifestyle, that wants to say, oh, are you a Nebraska football fan? Or, I noticed that out in front. Then other like, hey, here's the price. This is what we're going to do. And, okay, call me if you have any questions. You'll never see me again. I got my check and I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You probably relate with that too. Are you, for a clientele, are you pretty picky on who you choose, or you take everyone, or do you kind of dig into them a bit?
I let them choose.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I let them choose. But I let them choose. I'm true to myself, right? Like I don't compromise on like who I am and like what I'm going to do and how I'm going to help them. And some people might be like, cool, we're not a good fit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like that actually, you always hear people say like, no's are actually a good thing because it allows you to like move on to be able to go find the next yeses, right?
Yeah.
Because there are, dude, like I talk to so many people, so many different business owners, and there's so many people out there that would love to work with each one of us individually because we all bring something to the table that's unique. We all have like some sort of a product or a service that's going to be able to help people and just get them into a better spot, right? But I think the problem is we only talk to, I'm in a coaching program and my coach is always saying, don't oversell a small audience. So, like, I think that a lot of people, they get into businesses like we're in, mortgage, roofing, whatever it is, financial advising, insurance, you're a CPA, whatever it is that you do, right? Dude, it can even be like donuts or whatever, man. Dude, I smashed 2 the other day. They had like Lamar's here at the office and
love Lamar's.
I went back for a third, but I just said no, dude. Like
where's Lamar's located again?
The one that I know of is over off of like Wadsworth and like, I want to say like 101st or something like that. It's kind of tucked away
where that
in the
State
back.
Farm is, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's
like
next
right
to
across
State
the
Farm.
street from like that.
Costco and all that highway area. Maybe?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. There's like the King Supers is over there and stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, donuts. If you guys need donut advice, like we got you there too. Like whatever. But my coach is always talking about like don't oversell a small audience. And I think where people get in trouble when they're in lines of work like we're in is they have a small audience and they're trying to sell to just those people.
Yep. Yeah.
And so
they hyper focus on them.
Yeah. So if you have more people, and you do a great job with this, man, just all the different people that you know, if you have more people that you can talk with, then it becomes like this environment where it's like, okay, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And they get to decide, it's like, cool. Like I know 1,000 people. I'm sure that like a few of them will probably do something with me with regard to my business.
Yeah. Dude, it's exactly like those coffee meetings. I think you had a video like, it takes, how long does it take to get to know someone? You have that fast.
7 hours, man.
7 hours.
Yeah.
And I always tell people when you do those coffee meetings, you're like, I don't enjoy them. I love them. I love coffee, but it's like, what can I do better? And I had one meeting about like a month ago. This guy, he was like, hey, like, can you pass me referrals? And I'm like, nah, it doesn't work like that. I need to actually connect with you. And so now what, Rob and I do really well at is introductions. Text intros to people, you may not get some business, but you get to meet more people.
Yeah.
And so I love that. I love that about you as well. Like you'll pass those over like, hey, this is Noah. Hey, this is him. You guys should connect. Yeah. And it won't, nothing will happen right away, but it's going to eventually happen in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And just having that, awareness that I don't need anything from this person today. Exactly. I just want to get to know who they are. Yep. Like that's it. And then what happens, like, and that's kind of like what you and I were talking about at the front end of this. What happens is you've got that face to face with that individual. Like you're sitting down and like they're actually meeting with you, they're talking with you, but they also have the hours of video content that like you've been putting out that they're just consuming on various social platforms. So it's almost like this like perfect storm that's happening where they see a little bit of you, they meet you, they see more of you, you guys keep talking, and it just ultimately develops into this relationship where, dude, there's people that like I've got a really good friend who I just closed. I was blessed to be able to help him close on his home 2 weeks ago. A friend from high school, and him and I have been talking about it for like 5 years, right? Okay. And that's obviously like a long span of time, but if we are looking at this as hey dude, like I don't care what happens today. I'm just planting seeds. Like every word is a seed, every deed is a seed. Everything that I do is an opportunity for growth to happen down the line. Now, maybe that happens in a month, maybe it happens in a year, maybe it happens in 5 years, who knows? But if you just keep sowing seeds and you keep treating people well, it's just going to open up so many doors for you.
Dude, and you're great at it, dude. If you guys don't follow him, man, I think every like hour there's a post or something. You eating sushi, you know, you're great at it. And that's the thing is like,
I'm just trying to
I'll never forget you, bro.
Yeah.
Every single time I open my Facebook at like 7:30 in the morning, I'm like, oh, there's Rob.
I'm just trying to be funny. Dude, and that's another super encouraging.
Yeah.
I see you doing the same exact stuff, man. So it's
that, man.
dude, it's like, I don't think we're trying to one up each other, but it's like, dude, man, hey, I need to stay on my A game.
No, yeah.
You know, it's like
you push me to be better.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I love that,
the way
dude.
to do it.
I love that.
You know,
dude, and it was another Gary Vee thing, man, where he was talking about how it's not or, it's and, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people like will approach him and they'll say like, hey, should I do this or should I do this? And he's like, no, it's and. It's like, you should do this and you should do this and you should do this. And the whole point of like what he's trying to communicate is, dude, you get on and you talk about roofing. You get on and you talk about like, hey, I'm at this cart event.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing this thing for the community. Like, hey, we've got this food drive that we're doing and stuff.
Right.
And so it's not just either or, it's and. And I think that a lot of people get in trouble when they try to like niche down so much and they're like, no, dude, I'm just mortgages. All that I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop on. I'm just going to just talk about mortgages and that's it. But if I get on and I'm like, I talk about the poke bowl at King Supers, which is fire.
I need to have that, man.
$10.99. You can't beat it, man.
$10.99.
You know that or Chipotle, bro. Like you can get like a meal for like under $11.
Double beef,
like
right?
11.
Double protein.
No, but I always ask for just a little bit more because I don't want to pay for it.
You don't want to pay the $2.99.
Bro, then it goes from like $11.50 to like $15, and it's like I'm not getting like double everything.
No,
you know? It's like
no.
But I'm not shy though, and I do ask him. I'm like, hey, can I just get a little bit more chicken? I don't want double. I just want just a little bit more. You know, and like
what do you think? Qdoba or Chipotle?
Oh, Chipotle, dude.
Chipotle, yeah.
I used to be Qdoba, but I'm definitely Chipotle now, man. What about you?
Dude, I used to be Qdoba, and I love Qdoba because of their rewards program, man. I feel like I get a free burrito every week because of how much freaking burritos I eat. But Chipotle, way better. Better ingredients. Definitely could agree with that.
I think it just like tastes fresher, dude, you know?
Yeah, it's not
so. But dude, if you need a really good burrito, you need to go check out Illegal Pete's up in Boulder. Next time you're up in Boulder, go to Illegal Pete's, dude. They got a really good fish burrito. It sounds really gross, but it is so good. Dude, it's like so good. You got to check it out.
Dude, no way.
But like my point in like bringing that up and what you and I kind of do on social, I really feel that aligns with what Gary's talking about, where it's an and. Mm-hmm. Like, I do mortgages and I'm not claiming to be funny.
Yeah.
But like, I like to have fun.
No, yeah.
You know, like, I do mortgages and I really love music. You know, like I love going to concerts. Like I do mortgages and I'm really shitty at golf, but I really enjoy playing. You know, so it's like, I'm just trying to show everybody my personality because that's what grows and establishes those 7 hours of connection with people, you know?
Yep.
And then people can decide, man. It's like, no, Rob's not for me. Or, dude, like,
Rob
I'll trust Rob to do my mortgage.
Heck yeah,
you know? Like, I think that I think it's all, dude, like my dude Myron Golden said that every word is a seed, every deed is a seed. And so every time I'm in front of somebody or in front of a camera, it's an opportunity for me to be able to grow and develop a relationship, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about appearance? Because do you ever meet these, you know, potential clients to coffee, or is it always Zoom call, video call? How does it work for you? Because you know what it does for me. It's like demos.
I think it's situational.
Okay.
Depending on like where people live, what schedules look like. If somebody's like, dude, I'm so busy and I live down in Castle Rock, I'm like, cool, let's do a 20-minute Zoom call real quick.
That's awesome. Okay.
You know, like, and then I feel like it's, again, I think you need both. I think you need like the face-to-face.
Yep.
But I also think that you need to be able to be versatile and be somebody that initiates action right from the jump.
Correct.
Right? Because if like you were talking with somebody and you've got an opportunity, but they can't meet with you for 2 weeks, and you just like wait, like what probably happens is that just kind of like starts to like gradually dissipate and you're not going to meet with that person. You know, there's
interesting.
Dude, I'll send it to you. There's this great Will Smith story, like when he first got started out and stuff, right? Like he made him and Jazzy Jeff made, dude, this is like when I was like in 4th grade. So you were like what, like -50?
Dude, I was still
You were
in my
like
dad's seat.
negative 30, something like that. But Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff had he's the rapper, I'm the DJ, and it did really well. Their second LP came out and it bombed. Like they did not do well at all. And they spent all their money off the first one because they were like, dude, we're famous now. We're just gonna just put out bangers and just like make all this money and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, like they bombed and they lost all their money. And Will Smith talks about like how, the Fed came in, all these people came in and like repoed like all their stuff. Like it just like wasn't good. Right. And he tells a story about like how he met Quincy Jones at this party, and Quincy Jones was like, hey man, I got this great idea for this show. And I think that you'd be great in the role. And he starts talking about like casting and all this stuff. And it was the pilot for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which, dude, money show, the shoe game in it's fire, bro. Like you got to like Google like Will Smith shoes from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dude. They're all like every single shoe he wears is just
how many shoes do you have, Rob? I don't think anyone knows this. How many do you have?
I don't know if I know. And I don't even have that big of a collection, bro. Dude, I don't even have that big of a collection.
It's like me and cards, bro. You have shoes, I have cards. I have like over 13,000 cards, dude.
Cards can actually make you money though.
Well,
if you like don't wear them and stuff, dude. Like I like wearing, dude. I will wear, I remember like I used to work for this company and they were like, bro, you're wearing jeans, man. And like kind of a polo shirt. I was like, yeah, but my shoes are like $300. It's like more expensive than what you're wearing, man. Like how are you bagging on me about what I'm wearing, man? Like I look fly, dude. Like don't even.
Appearance is everything. Come on, dude. I had a home where I pull up wearing, Nikes, nice golf shirt, golf slacks. He's like, dude, you don't look like a roofer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to look like?
Right.
Like I pulled up a photo. I'm like, am I supposed to look like this handyman? I'm not here to fix your roof. That's for sure. I don't know how to fix the roof. I just know how to sell it and provide that experience of,
That's awesome, dude. I love that.
Like,
dude, but he, Will is like, I'm going to, let me do this. I'm not an actor. Let me think about it. And then I'll get back with you. And Quincy's like, cool, yeah. But this guy, this producer, he's in the other room right now. Yeah. And like, if like we can audition right now, then like we'll be able to do all this. He's like, but you know what's going to happen? We're going to tell him no, like not tonight. And then it's going to be 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks is going to go by. And then you're going to be like, hey, guess what? This came up. And then like 2 more weeks is going to go by. And then the opportunity is just going to be gone.
Yep.
So going back to like your question about like the in-person or like, on Zoom or something like that, I think it's situational. I think that having the versatility to be able to make a connection is massive, whether it is through Zoom or it is face-to-face, right?
Correct. Yep.
And it's like maybe the...
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
For like quotes, because I don't know how like mortgages and all that. Is there a quote process where you send them a form to show what you can offer?
Yeah.
So like, would you think, if you didn't meet with that person, you just send a blank quote, what are the chances they go with you?
I think low.
Very low,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
I think that there's got to be a connection.
Heck yeah. I always, I'll never send a blind quote.
Yeah.
Obviously for realtor situations, it's more of like, they already know who I am and I can send it.
Yeah.
But with homeowners, they'll ask, I want the quote before. And no, I'll never do that because I want to meet them first. And then I'll change the quote as we go, just see how it's going to progress.
Yeah. Or provide options to them and stuff, right? It's like, but like if they don't know who you are, I don't even know if like you get the opportunity to give them options on solutions to whatever it is they're looking for, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So I agree with you. Like I think that there has to be like this relational connection that happens. And I look back on just like my career as a mortgage professional and the probability of like a former or a past client like using me for a future purchase or a refinance goes up quite a bit because they already know who I am.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Do you follow them on social too?
Yeah.
The client?
I've changed my whole approach, man. Like I follow everybody, bro.
What would be what are the chances if you didn't start social media, where you think you would be? Like let's say just say you didn't do video content or any kind of creation.
Yeah.
Would your, sales be there or
Yeah, I was talking, I think it was the other day, like when we were all hanging out at Schoolhouse. I can't say like, I can't like give you a number. Like I can't be like, yeah, hey, so this year I've helped X amount of families and it is a direct correlation to what I'm doing on social media. I don't know that. Yeah. But what I do know is that my connecting with people on social media, but then taking it out of that, taking it like further, right? Through face-to-face meetings, through networking appointments, things like that has like developed relationships with people that have opened up other doors for me.
Yeah, more doors are
So
open.
I definitely think that, you know, I'm looking back to when my business changed, which was the beginning part of 2022 when rates went up from 2.5 to or 3.5 to like 7.5%, right? What used to work back then stopped working very, very quickly. And so it took me about a year and a half to like figure things out and get into like a good mind space too, where I was just like, dude, I don't care what the outcome is. This is who I am and this is what I'm going to go chase.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit of time, but since that, which I would say is like the beginning of 2024, you know, and we met like, I think at the end of 2024, beginning part of 2025
Maybe
here.
like January, I think.
Yeah. I still think it was like earlier, but yeah, it might've been like after the holidays. Like,
dude, I
don't remember when it was, dude. I could probably like find it on my calendar.
I know exactly where we met though. That Starbucks showed up here, man.
Yeah, with Ryan, dude.
With Ryan.
Yeah. I was connected with you, obviously, and then you know, Ryan was kind of like the mutual connection there and stuff and all that. But yeah, dude, I definitely think that I would be struggling right now. I don't think people are using me because I get on and I talk about donuts and stuff like that. But I just think that like I'm top of mind with people. And dude, like I had a guy call me the other day, a mortgage guy that I really have like mad respect for. And he was just like, dude, like I see what you're doing on social and everything. And it, you know, like you're doing a good job with that. He had some pointers on some different things that I could do, but the fact that like he knows who I am,
he knows who you are.
I think that that's huge, dude, you know?
People know who you are, man. It's easy from there, dude. Especially if you have a, you know, referral partners galore and you're on social media, you're on Nextdoor, you go to these community events, you do things for the community, dude. Selling is so easy because they already trust you. And like you said, it takes 7 hours. And if you can do that with, you know, 2,000 friends on Facebook, you know, then, dude, you already have 2,000 people that know who you are.
Yeah.
And when a roof or a mortgage comes, dude, all they have to say is, oh, what about Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy, man.
Yeah. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love like when you can do things that and this is like what the video thing has done, I think, for both of us it works for us when we're not working.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we could be like hanging out with our families or you know, at some event or at a closing or at a consultation, and somebody will see a video that we put out and it's like, oh cool, they're getting to know who we are without us even like having to like
shake hands or anything.
Exactly.
Like that, take time out of every day to drive somewhere.
Yeah. And then when you add that to it though,
it's
perfect storm, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's crazy.
So, dude, real quick, I know you wanted to chat about the value versus like price thing. Like we were talking about that, just about you know, being in a situation where people are always kind of like, well, dude, what's the lowest interest rate you can get me? Oh. And I hear that, man, and it's like I get it, like I totally understand. But I've always used Verizon as like a good example, and I'm gonna get probably a lot of ridicule on this, but dude, like I'm a big Verizon fan because the service has always worked for me. Okay. Like I overpay, I know I overpay, man. Yeah. But like I've never had a problem with my cell phone. You know, like never one time.
Even in the mountains, you get service.
Yeah, I think so, man. Really? Yeah, dude, I've always like been in a good spot. I don't know. We'll test it out.
You ever heard of Yuma, Colorado?
Yeah. I've never been. Is it no service? Dead zone?
I'm probably gonna get worst place I'll ever go, dude. There was a hailstorm out there. I had no service the whole time. Dude.
You couldn't even like.
It was a little town. I'm like, how do you guys have service? It's like you got to connect to the building next door.
Oh, geez.
Like, what's their Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, the building next door.
No service out there.
That's hilarious. You know, I think that I think, and this is a big reason why, like, I went to the broker side, just having more versatility. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I totally understand like the rate thing. Yeah. Like, I get that. But you also want to make sure that you are delivering for the person and you can communicate like, okay, cool. If you go, like Costco can do a home loan for you. Really? Would you want Costco to do your home loan? No, man. You know, it's like I wouldn't either. You know,
is it the person signing the receipt that does the home loan?
Bro, it might be the lady up front. Yeah, exactly.
With the pizza.
Yeah,
like, yo, exactly. You need a loan?
Exactly, dude. It might be her, man. You know, but I just I really think that we live in a world where you've got to be able to like offer fair and competitive pricing. Yep. But also like deliver on what the experience is going to be, not just like during the moment of when you're closing on a home or having a roof put on,
Correct.
but also like down the line, you know, like I've worked with people where it's like, they'll do a good job, we'll close, and then I never hear from the individual ever again. And that's not good. And I think that a lot of companies like will be like, no, dude, like we're the cheapest, but then like after the project's done, like we're just going to peace out.
Dude, they're gone. They won't be around for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. So I don't know. What's your take on that?
You know, right now in roofing, I'd say it's a retail market. You know, we got some couple of hailstorms, which I tell every single person I meet, I don't rely on a hailstorm. If you rely on a hailstorm and you're a roofer, you're not going to be in business.
Sure.
Because Colorado, you know, yeah, we get hailstorms, but it's, you know, it's up and down. It's not like a consistent every single year. Obviously, it is in some little sections of Colorado, but where it comes down to is value, and I try to preach. I have an in-person demo. I go over the whole company structure, you know, exactly what you can expect of me to do for this price. And I always get that one person that's like, you know what, Austin, you're $2,000 higher, and I then look and I'm like, okay, let's see the other bid. We compare apples to apples. Well, they're using this product. Well, they're using this product. Even if I do that, usually depends on the person, right? Some person will be like, oh, okay, I can see the value that I'll pay $1,000 for better work, and I know you're going to be around. Yeah. But then there's that one person like in Denver, they said they'll do the exact same, and they wouldn't show me the bid. They ended up calling me out a week ago. I looked at the project, and I'm going to show you, you know, work like this, you know, absolutely terrible, not cut right. It looks terrible. That. You can tell right away. And I'm like, I'd have them come back out and do it. Can't get a hold of them. Nope. Nowhere to be seen. Was that $1,000 worth it?
No.
Heck no, man.
No, dude. No.
And now he's trying to get, you know, now I have to charge him to come out and fix it. But lesson of the story is, you know, if they're $1,000 more, there's a reason, right? It's not because they want to make money. Yeah. There's a reason behind it.
Exactly. Dude, my neighbors, I don't know who they used. They had like their driveway redone a couple years ago, right? Cool. And it looked really good. Like, you know, it dried, everything looked really good. But then something happened with like the concrete, like how they actually mixed it or something to where like, bro, I'm not lying, within like months, it started like chipping away. Oh. And like the whole thing is just like chipped apart at this point.
And concrete is not cheap.
And dude, they could not get a hold of the company after the fact. And I guarantee it, bro, it was a situation like that where they were just like, cool, it's only going to cost us this. And like this person over here is like going to charge like X amount more. Yeah, we're going to go with this. But dude, like same exact situation, like what you're talking about. It's like, cool, man, you're going to pay for that.
Don't go cheap.
But then you're going to have to like redo the whole thing or do a bunch of patchwork, no pun intended. And it's just not, it's not going to be a good situation for you.
Man. Oh yeah. I was just trying to find this thing I posted the other day and I got a lot of responses from it. If I can find it about like, what would you go, you know, I'll have to find it here in a minute, but, here it is. What's something in your life you've learned not to go cheap on? That was a question I asked people, and a lot of people are like, my health. Yeah. You know, a lot my health, right? But they never think about, you know, the thing that protects you, the roof, right?
Yeah, dude.
Same with, you know, can you go cheap on loans? How does that work?
You can, but then like
a 3-2-1 buy down. I heard that's absolutely terrible. Like, what is this?
They're not necessarily terrible. It's just not. It's a short-term fix. Okay. It helps you feel better because your payment is lower. Like your first year 1, year 2, year 3. But like if the market never adjusts, then like, you know, you're paying like what the going rate is anyway. The benefit of that is if you're buying a house and the seller is like super motivated to like sell the house and they're willing to pay for it. Okay. Then it's like,
that makes sense.
Yeah. But like if you're going to pay for it, I'm not a huge fan of it just because like it's still your money. Yeah. It's just being like allocated in an escrow account to where it's like making your monthly payment lower for the first couple of years.
So it's situational. You would recommend it depending on the situation that you learn about.
Yeah. Okay. But where I would, to answer your question about like going cheap on a mortgage, I would say that there are good examples of that would be using a lender that is, that's really low on price, but getting the loan done is like pulling teeth, man. Ooh. Like it's just not a good experience for the borrower and stuff. Ooh. And it's like, I try to tell people, I'm like, okay, this goes back to like what we were talking about. It's like, okay, here's your options. You could go, you know, A, B, or C. You know, here's the benefit of this one, and this one. The downside to this is this. And, you know, I try to walk them through the process of that and then allow them to decide. If they're like, yeah, I don't care. I just want the lowest interest rate. They're the ones that are selecting it, and we'll just move forward with it, right?
Yeah.
But if they're like, no, dude, like we're a very challenging borrower. Like we have like a very like tight situation, don't have good credit. We've got a tight debt to income ratio. We need this thing to close. And then it's like the situation's almost choosing it for them. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, you could go with this one, but this is going to be very, very painful if you go this route. If you go with this lender over here, life's going to be much easier, but your interest rate a little bit higher, right? So
Makes
like
sense, yeah.
it truly is, man. Like you get what you pay for. Like 1,000%, like you get what you pay for, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's good to know, man. Seriously.
Dude, hey, one thing that we always did that I really enjoyed was, you know, what is something that you're doing right now to develop yourself? Like, you know, when we were doing this, we would talk a lot about like either books or, you know, things that we're listening to. Like what's, you know, like maybe we could both share something like that before we bounce and stuff. Like what's one thing that you're doing right now to just sharpen yourself to get better at your craft, man? Like what are you?
You know what? Probably doing more content. I always do content, but more, you know, not every content's good, right? You know, there is good. I think anything you post is good, right? But more educational stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like how can I break down? How can I help the consumer in situation? What are some roofing situations like this, like where they went cheap on? Maybe, you know, getting to know more people in the community. I really, really want to start doing more community events. That's why we have that food drive coming up. I'm doing another food event.
What? Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're doing a food drive this Saturday. I don't know when this video will be posted, but me and another realtor do it. I think it's our second year out in Firestone. We're going to, you know, bring tons and tons of food for the Erie Food Bank. So we do that every year. It's an awesome event. We get, honestly, a bunch of random people show up. We just post the video and a bunch of people just want to come out and help. And it's a great way to, you know, introduce the new people as well. But more community based. Like I want to do, what is that called? A toy drive.
Yeah.
I've never done a toy drive. And I know there's so many kids out there that, you know, are, you know, super blessed, that are super happy and don't get to experience that Christmas without toys. So I think this year I'm going to focus on a toy drive.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it's all community, man. If I can be more in the community, more things will come back to me.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, no doubt.
But what about you, man?
Dude, like I'm still like reading a lot.
Okay.
I signed up for this. I don't know if like you've seen that cat like on social media. It's like a content creator course. Like I bought that, so I'm always trying to like learn and grow, right? Like one thing that my dude Myron Golden always says is people find you interesting because you're interested in things.
Yep.
Like you're interested in like how things work. You're interested in like helping out families that may not have as much, or you're interested in you know, helping educate somebody in a certain area, right?
Correct,
so that they can be better at life or business or whatever, right? And because you're interested in those things, like people genuinely just by default are interested in who you are. You know, like if we're always like just like self-consumed about like, hey, what can I get? Like what or I can just like check out, or I can just like not grow and not push myself. I'm not a very interesting person. I think that like the world is full of people like that, man.
They just want to go like this
all
through life. They don't want to go.
Dude, I don't, you know, I've talked with you about this. I don't believe that I'll ever retire, man. Like, I think that I will always work to some form of capacity, and not because like I'll have to, but because like I want to just keep growing. I just want to keep leveling up, man. Like, I feel like we all have things that we can bring to the table that this world and the people around us need.
Yep.
And if I can always just get better at that, dude, I think that I'll just be in a really good place, you know? So
heck yeah.
Reading, just trying to get better at stuff, man. You know, so.
Watching Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah. So hey, they got Maryland tomorrow. What's your take? What do you think happens?
I think we win. I think
we do too.
I think the Michigan game kind of proved to ourselves that like we got to be better. Even though, dude, we played really good. Like Dylan Raiola is a great quarterback, and I think
I don't know if I'm going to agree with you.
You like that freshman quarterback?
I do like Latif a lot better. I like TJ a lot better, man.
He looks like a Lamar, dude.
Just fast, dude. He's got some shake, bro. You can get away from people, man. Dude, Raiola, I guarantee it, you or me, if they had us back there, we'd get away from people more than Raiola could get away from people, dude.
He's all like in the pocket, like, what is your take? You think we win?
Yeah, I think we win. Yeah. I think we do. I think these next two games are big. Obviously, Maryland, and I think we're at Minnesota, if I remember right.
Yep, we win those.
I think that those are two big
Dude,
games.
we're 6-1. We win those, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Usually by
I know.
now we're like 3-4.
3-3. Yeah,
3
3 and 4.
Yeah, something like
I'm with
that.
you. So no, it's good, man. You know, good time of year and stuff. But cool, man. You got anything else?
No, I think we're good. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Appreciate everyone that watches this. And again, we'll probably get a bunch of DMs for people to join. So we'll take it situational. If we'll be over there or you name it.
We'll see you guys soon. But appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Peace, guys.